Alright, let's see. Let's watch these games. Let's see what we could have done. Let's see what we did good. Let's see what we did bad. So we're playing Mage Lock and we're fighting Moonkin Sub-Rogue. Anytime you fight a Sub-Rogue, they're going to be trying to kill in setups. It's kind of just how the class plays. Trying to get the Rogue out of stealth there. So we pop Combust first global. Kind of what you do, especially when you're playing Mage Lock. This Root Beam was tragic because I was waiting to get dispelled on it. I can't actually trinket it because I'm playing human. It's a bit brutal. That's my entire Combust. Kidney Incarn on my Druid. Lock the Mind Games though, so he should be completely fine. If I didn't lock that Mind Games though, what would have happened is the Druid's Auto Frenzy would have damaged him, and he definitely would have. If you can look, the Druid kind of heals in the stun a little bit. So you can see right here, he starts to go up in health. That's his Auto Frenzy that he gets from being 40%. So locking that Mind Games was actually really crucial to saving his trinket. Full fear on the healer. Starting to blast now. There's a mistake here with my badge, by the way. When you play fire and you cast like a fireball and you press combust mid fireball, your badge doesn't go off. So you have to press it twice actually. Like if I would have had badge up for this entire burst go that I've been doing this whole time, it would have been way better. I pop a late badge. Shifting power for more fire blast stacks. I get a nice combustion proc. Hitting into the bash. Hitting target to our stuns is obviously really good. This is pretty decent positioning from us. Like triangle positioning. He blinds this guy. And he's on stun DR. So Sub-Rogue obviously wants to go the Druid again. Clone me. He gets the pre-bear. Mind Games. Okay, he's kind of in trouble. Does look like he's fine though. So now that we've peeled that go, it's kind of our turn. I full sheep off of that. Rogue sends a second vanish. I trinket, try to get that resheep. Unfortunate that I got quarter cloned. What can you do? One more resheep. Kind of a defensive bomb here. We get trinket swap, it's good. Now it's kind of their turn. With Sub-Rogue, this is how games play a lot of the time. Like, you kind of just take turns going. You can see he's about to, he presses flag. He's about to like try to KD my Druid here. Gets him in human form. Duels him. He trinkets immediately though, which is good. We sheep the priest, lock the cyclone. 3v1 situation onto the rogue. Quarter or half sheep. Cloak will end. My Druid goes for bash, which is beautiful because that's the only DR we have. DB for the kill. The DBKB, baby. Sheesh. That's an Aeghis certified classic right there. Aeghis certified classic. Alright, so now we're playing Armory. I actually swapped my talents to Rune of Power. I like playing Rune of Power when I play with a rogue, especially Sub-Rogue, because it drops on your combustion. Sap. Want to go the Warlock. No, we want to go the Druid actually. Druid is a way better target. It's a good blind. We get Healer's Trinket. So with Sub-Rogue, that was kind of like our go. So now we want to play more defensive. You can see the Druid pops Incarn, so I alter. Now I'm getting to a pillar, avoids purges and avoids damage. It's good. Trying to steal power infusions. I alter back. I try to get the sheep, and notice how the Warlock actually has a CS for this. So my alter positioning is over here. He kidneys for me. But this is kind of what rogues do in solo shuffle a lot, is they kidney the healer and then go the target that they want to kill in cheap shots. So your job is to get the sheep off of this. I blink out of the Warlock's CS range, which is really good. Gets me the full sheep, Druid trinkets. And since we're playing Sub-Rogue, like this is really like unique lobby because we got a Sub-Rogue. So all we really care about is like forcing the trinkets on the go. You kind of play sub-RMP the same way in Shuffle. That's why I'm back on the pillar, just playing defensive while we're waiting on our DRs here. Barrier, then shifting, maximum value. CS the fear because my boy was off DR, so he was going to get feared. We stopped that real quick. Notice here, the DR was falling, so I knew, it's kind of hard to explain, but since the stun DR was off and the sheep DR was almost off, I knew the rogue was going to set me up with a kidney here. So to get triple cross, what I did was sheep the warlock. He's kicked, so he can't kick me. So I sheep him, because I knew this cheap shot was going to happen. Then I ring. So now we have that RMP triple cross CC type scenario. He kills him in duel anyways, so it wouldn't have mattered, but hey, we played that pretty well. We played that pretty good on our end. So what I look at here is what I'm playing and what I'm fighting always. So I'm playing Moonkin Mage versus Sub Destro. Basically, we want to shut down their goes and we want to do the big damn. It's also a Disc Priest, so it's really like into priest healers. A lot of the times you can win off of just damage alone. That's kind of what I'm looking to do the most. Do the big pumps while shutting down their goes, because sub rogue is obviously all about goes. You can see here he amplified curse. This is a weak where I have. It doesn't tell me who he used it on, but I do see like you can see here he amps, so I know he amps, and I see him tongues. Drew has tongues on him. It's obvious that he has amplified tongues on him, so you want to dispel that off your teammates when you can. So I'm kind of playing on their pillar. You'll notice I kind of run backwards here, because like I said, we want to just have defensive positioning the whole game and just do damage. That's kind of like our win condition. A lot of the times that's how you should play shuffle. Defensive positioning, big damage. So he gets a nice root beam in there. You'll see something I do here. I do this all the time with Ring of Frost. Is you can see how the root beam just started, but I go for a Ring of Frost off of it. This is purely just to eat the interrupt. Like I knew he was going to kick this. So he locks me on Frost, which allows me to get the sheep here. I trinket for it. And then I pop Combustion. Getting the re-CC. Combustion is up. Another period where I didn't have my badge activated. Egg, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Shifting power here just to get my Fire Blast stacks back. Now I have the big pump again. Combust proc. Send the late badge with that. We do lock Chaos Bolt. This is on their go, so this was my way of shutting down their go for this one. Because obviously you could start sheeping shit, but if I could just lock the Warlock, when you CS them on Chaos Bolt, it CSs them on every school, so they can't do anything. Which is obviously really, really insane. So that alone shuts down their go, which is good. Keeps us offensive as well, because we're not casting Polymorph. It's a good clone. I tried to time my sheep off, but the Warlock has CS. I actually juked it. Got some precog. Trying to go for CC. You can see where I'm playing. So like this is an example where I'm not actually playing with defensive positioning, and this is because they're not going me. They haven't gone me for the past 2 goes. So since they aren't attacking me, I can actually play in and try to get some CC to help end the game a little bit quicker. So this was really weird. You can see full fear on the healer. Another fear. Full kidney. He trinkets the quarter fear. He trinkets the full kidney. He gets dueled, and I'm pretty sure he just dies. I try to DB the rogue in the duel. Try to ring in the duel. But they are dead through every button. So, I mean, not much you can do there, right? Just a bit of an unfortunate situation. Obviously, sub RMP versus Destro Moonkin. I swapped to Rune of Power again. We want to let the guy get the sap. Sap that guy. He's building his kidney. So now that the healer's out, one of us needs to try to go for CC. If I go for CC, I have to use 2 DRs. I have to use BB Sheep or Ring, which has a potential to get stopped. So I don't go for it here. I just opt to pop Combust and let him do the CC, which he does. So that's good by my boy here. Another little interaction here. Just want to show this one off. You can see here the Warlock presses Infernal, which is going to stun me and the Priest. But what do? We shimmer it into the bomb. Now the Warlock can't press any buttons on us because we're in the bomb. DB him as soon as he gets close, kind of for the proc as well. Root beam on the healer, so now my job is to stop fears or clones. We can't really though, because we got feared and we're playing human. And unfortunately this was looking like a trinket cloak. but on the enemy team he wants to be Waz, and then on my team he wants to be explicit, which is to say not use any cooldowns. What are you gonna do? You fast forward and go next. Nothing you could have done. Alright, Mage Lock versus Moonkin Sub-Rogue. That's looking like a pre-sap. So then he cheap shots for his teammates to get CC here, and then he wants to go the Warlock, or me. So they root beam, now they go him. But I kind of like counter combust them. I also stopped the follow-up CC. That's kind of the more important thing. So, cheap shot into root beam. He's gonna go for the clone off. I stop it. Just counter pressuring right now. Using DB there for the proc with my combustion. Since my combustion is over now, I'll go for the Ring of Fire. Cheap shots me, cheap shots healer. That was for CC. Kid needs the lock, bomb. Yeah, so they get his trinket in the bomb, which is kind of sketchy because now that means he can die in duel. But it's not the end of the world. I still have trinket, Priest still has trinket. See what we CS here. I CS the clone, and he CS's the clone on the other guy. So I go for a ring, blast wave him into it. That's always a good thing to do when you're trying to ring druids off of air, especially when they're in tree form like he was, is you want to try to put it like in the middle of them. You don't want to try to like blink DB them or something. I actually swear it's more consistent to just try to catch them in the middle and then shimmer blast wave them into it. This is actually cool too because the Moonkin gets feared into it, so this is like prime setup right here. Get the reshoot because I notice he's inhuman. Overgrowth comes out. Nice, we get the juice trinket, it's fun. Although we don't really care like about trinkets, sort of. Oh, you see here? You see here? Look. Kidney, duel. So he's in duel right now. I try to get my DB back with shifting power. Lock the Cyclone, that was on my healer. Even though it would have been half, it's still kind of important. And I DB in the duel. It's kind of like the one peel that you have. Okay. Trinket swap, good. We didn't die without using cooldowns. I'm basically during this whole time, the only thing I can do really is just try to do more damage. Like, honestly, sheeping the rogue here might have been a decent play, but I'm just trying to kill shit during this whole time. So the more damage you're dealing in solo shuffle, the better, always, pretty much. Trinket that. Doing more damage, putting a ring around them. Greater Invist to interrupt the clone cast. Not bad. Combust proc. Yes, the clone. We get cloak. If I can get a sheep off of this on the druid. Oh, I actually should have went for CC here maybe. But it does look like he dies through pain suppression. That's interesting how we lost this game actually. He gets cloned. His stun DR falls in 7. Like, how did I not see this coming? So he has the clone. Kidney goes out. PS is kind of high. He's dead in it. Fuck. Not sure actually. We even got ample CC. We got like trinkets and stuff, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. Playing precog here, 2 interrupts. So he amp curses the priest, but since it's the slow one, I don't really like to decurse those ones too often, especially in the opener, because I want to save it for tongues. Lock the incinerant. This is his dance, but we don't want to overcommit. So that's a nice bash. We're just going to combust that. Easy clap. DB for the proc. This is interesting. My Moonkin root beams the druid, but if you root beam a druid, they just shift out of it. So most of the time, if you're a Moonkin and you're fighting Wrestler Druid, you just want to use it as like an interrupt, almost. It's a good setup from them. Healer tries to sit blind here, which is really sketchy. Okay, nice, we got the Q-pop. We'll make this one quick. He ends up trinketing anyways, which is fun. We have a hypothermia proc. With our hypothermia procs, we definitely try to greed those. Like, we try to use 5 pyro globals if we can. Really have value if you can. And we should probably go for a shifting power here. We have so much stuff on cooldown. Yeah. Just CS it. Fuck. Yo, thank you for the prime, Toshiro. So this is actually a huge mistake. Look at how much stuff I have on cooldown. DB, all my instants, my CS, my blast wave, ring of fire. Like, I actually needed to commit a shimmer here, I think, to guarantee this goes off. I'm gonna fast forward a bit just to see how we win because my Q pops. Yeah, I think we ended up just winning on damage. Yeah, just did more damage than the other team and shut down the ghost. Like pretty much every other game except we actually won this one. So